Hello and thank you for tuning into this video. This is going to be a timeless tarot reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon and or rising signs. I'm going to be using the New Orleans Oracle deck and the Animal Totem Tarot today. And change of scenery because I'm house sitting. There may be some kitties in this video. But yeah, let's just see like what the vibe is for Virgo. And of course this is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. These can resonate on different levels for different people and different situations, so take what resonates and leave what does not. What have we got for Virgo? Okay, we've got power and signs. I actually pulled that like power card for a 2025 reading, and I'm a Virgo sun, so maybe we're all on the same kind of vibe here. I don't know, I just dropped all of the cards, please bear with me. Hey puss, can we get a kitty in this reading? Hello. I don't know if you can see him. There he is. Hello. So, peace. So peace, power and signs. So I think that there is a really big energy of like self-focus and reprioritization. Hello. You could have gone through a shift recently where you maybe had some realizations on your energy being spread out a bit too far, if that makes sense. So you've kind of come through this like tunnel portal where you've had to prioritize yourself and call your energy back in, so to speak, and obviously prioritize peace, as the card says. Do we have a lot of ones in this? So we've got 11, 18 and 1. So yeah, you're on the right path. Definitely like a new chapter. And like obviously if you're watching this, it's very close to the new year. Like if you're watching it as at the time that I'm posting this. But of course this is timeless. This doesn't, you don't have to watch it around that time. But if you are, you're probably, don't mind the scratching noises. If you are, then yeah, you're probably feeling that the feels of the new year, where we start to like reprioritize everything. We start to question, okay, is this working, is that working, what are my goals for next year, etc. All the typical New Year's stuff. But I feel like you've like really moved through something here where you've had to just completely rely on your own self-guidance and not so much on other people. We also have abundance. So I'm just really feeling like reaping the rewards kind of vibe, like because you have been through quite a lot recently. Well, there's been a lot of challenges, and sometimes it can just feel like one after the other. I really feel like this is where the coin is about to flip, and you're going to receive the good things or receive the happiness that you have been very well deserving. Like, not to say that you necessarily aren't happy, maybe that resonates, but like it's just like another level, and it's like self-mastery. That's what it's really giving. And then we have spiritual knowledge, very much about like following the intuition. Speak your truth. Show both of those. It's like coming out of that cocoon phase, coming out of that chrysalis phase where you're now able to articulate yourself a lot better. Not just like the way that you speak, but just like yourself, like who you are, how you present yourself, how you speak, not just what you speak, if that makes sense. And you know, it could be also how you look, just how you show up in the world in every aspect, in the physical. This isn't just about like talking, it's just about who you are. Like you are coming out of this phase as a completely new version of yourself on like a higher level, coming through with a lot of promises of good vibes here. I just feel this like coin flip kind of energy. It's like you've really earned what's to come. Like it's almost like, sorry, freaking fluff on my face. It's like the challenges were not, you know, without purpose. I'm gonna pull one more oracle card. Got Elusive Priestess. So this is about like, it's giving like magician vibes for me, because it's like representing all of the elements here. But I don't usually pull like the deck. I pull the deck. I don't usually pull the book out to read it, but for this one I just feel like, I don't know, we just need to hear it. I think that there's also like, I don't know, it's just giving me like rebirth, high energy, like using everything that you have, or having everything. Like with the magician in front of you, sorry, in front of the magician on the tarot card, he has all of the elements in front of him, one hand to the ether and one hand to the earth, and that represents like his ability and his resourcefulness, having absolutely everything and using what he has to, you know, create what he wants, bring everything down from the ether or the mind to the earth, to the physical, manifesting. I hope that that makes sense. But I'm just gonna read this one just because I feel like it's going to add something. The Elusive Priestess is the embodiment of the obvious not being so obvious. She's an entity that you know but may not have proof of, and the words that would allow you to make a clear-cut decision if only they were spoken aloud. The situation that you're thinking of has much learning potential for you. However, your focus has been placed on details that will not help you gain the forward momentum that you desire. What is your goal, and how can you work towards that goal within your own power? Power, like with that on the card. There are some immovable energies at work, and you will likely grow tired and irritable if you continue focusing your efforts in this current way. It is time to be flexible and acknowledge that there are additional ways to accomplish your goal, even if they are not what you consider to be the preferred way. The good news is that you have everything that you need to move forward if you're willing to let go of how you have believed things should be. So, like I was saying with the having everything that you need, but also calling back your energy to yourself. Like, this is just talking about how there's things that are just like immovable forces, like a big brick wall in the way, that maybe you've been focusing too much on, feeding too much energy, whether that's a situation, whether that's people in your life that are draining you. It could be anything. Of course, this is a general reading, so this will resonate on different levels for different people, but the question that you need to ask yourself here is obviously, what are those things? Like, where am I pouring my energy into where I'm not receiving anything back? Like, where am I kind of banging my head against a brick wall? Do you know what I mean? And these could be things that you think are essential, or for a long time you've thought that is like the necessary thing to do, like that's what good people do, so I do this. Or, you know, yeah, I hope that that makes sense. But it's just like this like unspoken pressure that it might be something like a responsibility that you think that you need to take on that you actually don't need to take on, but you know, it's all you've known in a way. So it's hard to kind of see that you can let go of it. But this overall is about self-prioritization, and when you let go of, you know, the thing that's draining your energy and you call that energy back to yourself, you have more personal power to go in the direction that you really need to go into. But yeah, there's something here, and of course, like, this could be something that you have already let go of, something that you've already faced, but it could be something that is still kind of present, because sometimes these things are also like, they take time to kind of let go of, especially if it's something that we've been putting so much energy into for such a long time. It can be a process of detaching from these things, but there's a promise of abundance coming in to replace, you know what I mean. Sometimes I find it really hard to articulate what I'm trying to say. 10 of Swords reversed. I really feel like this is an internal shift, an internal death, because the 10 of Swords is death. It's like the lesser of the death cards. It's the death card of the minor arcana in the tarot. So in reverse, it's like, I feel like there's this release, and it's like an inner death which leads to an outer death. So it's like, by you changing something within yourself and changing the way that you approach a situation, or like I said, calling your energy back, that in turn creates an outward death and creates a whole new person. It will change like the way that you approach everything in your life, the way that other people approach you, because there's just this like newfound respect. For example, if this is a situation where you've been giving too much to other people, like people pleasing, and then you decide to call your energy back, that in turn creates a sense of respect from the people around you, because they see that you respect yourself and you have boundaries now. And you know, no matter what, like, people will still try to like walk all over you and use you, and you know, that's just a part of life. You know, people be peopling, but your energy changes, and people can kind of tell without even physically having like a deep conversation with you, if that makes sense. It's like people can tell. It's like your aura changes when you decide to make these big changes for yourself. It flows outward energetically, and people don't even need to fuck with you to know that you're not to be fucked with, if that makes sense. Yeah, again, general reading, and these messages lately have definitely been coming out very, I don't know, very different. So I really hope that this does resonate and that you get what you need from it. So what have we got here? The Chariot, forward movement. And also like the Orca, that's the king of the ocean. Orcas are the apex predator. So what was I saying about like not being fucked with a bull? You know what I mean? It's like their outward presence in the ocean. I'm sure that all the little ocean critters would like see them and be like, oh hell no. You know what I mean? Even the big ocean critters like whales and sharks, they will see an orca and they're like, absolutely not. Like they don't need to go and speak to the orca or fuck with the orca to know that the orca is not fuck withable. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the vibe. It's just like moving forward, like for yourself at like a top speed, knowing exactly what you want and what isn't working for you, how to prioritize things in a way that is of the utmost benefit to you. The Star in reverse. In my brain, I'm like, an inspiration to yourself. Like, that's just what popped into my head. It's like, I don't know if that, I think this is telling you to look back on how far you've come, because sometimes we forget to do that, and it's such a necessary thing for us to do to move forward, especially when we're going through such a transformative stage, especially with this Ten of Swords reverse here. It's like, it's such a shift. Before we move forward with this Chariot, we need to take a moment to breathe and appreciate ourselves and all of the things that we've put up with and all of the challenges that we've faced and overcome, and we're still here. So reflecting on those things is going to help to charge you forward into the future, because sometimes you need to be re-inspired by yourself, if that makes sense. Like, give yourself some credit and get inspired by yourself. Be like, I am that bitch, or I am that dude, and like, take a little moment to gas yourself up, because it is necessary. 10 of Pentacles, that is a vibe. What do we got on the bottom of the deck? We have the 3 of Cups reverse. I'm just getting a vibe of like relationships and prioritizing the right relationships. So 10 of Pentacles, so this is the little rabbit family, and then we've got 3 of Cups reversed. This, to me, like 3 of Cups reversed can be excess, like too much of a good thing. So too much partying, too much food, too much whatever. But I'm really feeling that this could be like an emotional relationship kind of situation, and that doesn't have to be a romantic. It can be any, it could be family, friends, co-workers, whatever. This to me is talking about pouring too much into other people. What do they say? Like, if they don't want to be saved, then don't save them. That kind of a thing. It's like, we can, you know, do our best to try and lead people in the right direction, but you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force a horse to drink, if that makes sense. So yeah, like if you relate to that, because that's what I'm really vibing from this. This is just like, I don't know. Also with that topic, that note, sometimes like you have relationships where you pour into other people and you're kind of like a mini therapist for other people, but then when you pour out to them, they don't want to hear it, or like they, you know, they either act really weird or they kind of like brush it off, and they don't kind of give you what you give them, if that makes sense. And I'm not to say that you should be like friends with people just to use them and get things out of them. That's not a vibe. I'm just saying, like, there needs to be like an even flow when it comes to your connections, because that's what it is. It's a connection. You shouldn't just be, you know, pouring out and never being poured into. So if that resonates, then yeah, a reprioritization of people in your life, looking at your friendships relationships and just kind of seeing where could I tweak this, you know, because again with that, when we pull our energy back, one door closes, another door opens. So allow like a moment to reassess your connections for sure. King of Cups reversed. Oop. Again, like I just feel like what I said is kind of related to this. So the King of Cups, he is stable, he is chill. Like when there's a storm, like an emotional storm, he's been through it, so he knows what to expect, he knows how to handle it, he's got this. In reversed, I don't know, just from this reading I'm really getting that it's like trying to fix other people's storms or getting involved in other people's storms. And this might not even be like a, you know, like an intentional thing, like, or this is just overall about prioritizing your cup over other people's. It's making sure that your cup is full before pouring into other people's, and also, you know, knowing where to draw a line in the sand. So I'm just gonna pull some more. What do we got here? Two of Swords and the Four of Wands. And then I'm just going to take the bottom of the deck card. Page of Cups reversed. Yeah, I just feel like this is about getting a little bit serious. Oh, I didn't realize that I pulled a fourth card, but as I say, getting serious, the King of Wands. I always say, like, the King of Wands and the Queen of Swords, they are about cutting through the bullshit. The swords in general are about cutting through the bullshit. They are more challenging cards because you have to face, how do I put it? It's like the truth. And the truth isn't always comfortable, but this is just about being discerning on where you're pouring into and whether it's worth it. Two of Swords is saying, where do I go from here? The Four of Wands is about building stability in a home and getting to that place of safety. I did it, I'm here. Like, he's built his little home, in case you didn't see that. And the Page of Cups, this is typically a card about, you know, sweetness, innocence, not taking things so seriously. But in reverse, I feel like it is about taking things a little bit seriously in this reading. Like, so then you can move into a place where you can receive things that are not so serious, if that makes sense. I don't know what else to add to this reading, to be honest. Overall, you're moving into a place of power and abundance and good things, like a place where you are more in control of your life, you have a more authentic way of expressing yourself, you have better boundaries. But the overall message here is about getting real with yourself and just reanalyzing everything, like mainly connections. That's like heavy with this reading, but obviously take it as it resonates. If this resonates in a different way and it's got nothing to do with relationships, and that's cool. But yeah, that's the vibe that I'm getting from this. Call back your energy and you'll get everything that you want, pretty much. So yeah, I hope that this resonated. If it did, please feel free to give this video a like. It just helps me out, and it also helps to get the video out to other people who also may need this reading. I hope you have a happy new year if you're watching this at the time that I post this. Also, I am doing private readings again, so that is listed on my Etsy. Basically, I just film a little video like this, I upload it as an unlisted YouTube video, and then I send you the link. So yeah, if you're interested in that, that is where you can find that. Otherwise, I hope you have a lovely day.